Come all the way up. Exhale, back to the front. Samastiti. Now we're going to move into some of the seated poses that will prepare you for the leg behind the head. Inhale, raise the hands above the head, look up. Exhale, fold forward from the hip joints, go down. Inhale, chest up and forward, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Switch your gaze forward, strong shoulders. Inhale, jump forward and through. Exhale down. We're going to start off with a pretty easy pose called Marichasana A from the primary series, but it's an important stepping stone to getting the leg behind the head. Bend your right knee back, leaving a hand's distance between your foot and your thigh. Then fold forward and around until you can hold your hands. Inhale, chest up and forward, and then exhale, fold. Stay here for 5. 1, 2, 3, and then stack the knee back on top of the shoulder. And we're going to see if we can jump back from this position. This is going to help you build the transition and the strength to get your leg fully behind your head. So here we go. Inhale, lift up and forward, hold it there. Then bend your knees back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward. Hands bind. 8, 4, and hold it. Through, exhale down. Now we're going to move into a pose that's often called the compass pose. This is a really great tool of just getting your leg to move back behind your torso. Bend your left knee and pull it in, and then bend your right knee. And it's almost like we're setting up for the modified version of Marichasana A, and you're going to lean back, placing your sitting bones on the ground, and slowly layer around so you place that right knee back on top of the shoulder. Hold on to the outer edge of your right foot. Use your right hand on the ground to keep the knee close to the shoulder and slowly straighten out to the side. And use your left hand to pull inward, and we're just going to gently look up. Let's hold this for 5. 1, straighten your right leg as much as you can and straighten the right arm. 2, 3, 4, and now let's look forward. Bend your elbow a little bit to help keep the leg in place, and see if you can hold the leg up on its own strength. 1, 2, suck the belly in. 3, 4, slowly release, and exhale, settle it down. All right, let's try the other side. Pull the right foot in, foot, left hand down, grip leg track in place. Don't let the leg slide down, point it up, and use the inner thighs to squeeze. 2, 3, press your feet, inhale, take it up, exhale, jump back, chaturanga, jump directly into that pose. All right. If you need to use your toe, like a little bit of a kickstand, you can use your toe. And just like we jumped into Bakasana, if you need to jump from closer, you can jump from closer. I'm going to show you the jump from closer on the first one, then maybe we'll go into the full one on the left side. So from downward dog, if you don't feel confident jumping your body around to the side, you're going to walk forward like this, bend your knees, and pretend like you're jumping into Bakasana B, and then slowly just give a little hop. And then if you kick yourself or you miss, you're so close already so that it didn't really matter. Let's just try that one more time. So go ahead and step back to like a mini downward dog. Mini dog. The mini dog pose is really useful because you don't need a lot of force to jump from the mini dog positions. So from mini dog, we're just gonna, and then we inhale as you send the knees and the pelvis forward like this. This one comes to the outside, this one through. Press your arms like Bakasana B, and then you'll land in the pose. So here we go. Inhale. And hold it. Exhale down. Nice. Stay in the position, and the knee is already back. Staying in the position, your knee is already back in space. The belly stays sucked in. So now the key with putting your leg behind your head is, although the knee points back, to get the leg behind the head, you need the knee to point to the side. So take a moment and point your knee all the way to the side. And let's just hang out here, and I want you to cradle the baby for a few moments. So you kind of, here you are, and just work your hip joint, moving it kind of back and forth. Make sure your knee points to the side, and then you're going to reach under. Take both hands, hold on to your ankle, and relax your hips. Give it a little shake, like you shake out the tension. Belly stays sucked in. Take your foot to your forehead. Hold the foot to the forehead. Hold the foot to the forehead. You can't get the foot to the forehead, you're not going to go any further. Don't bring the forehead to the foot. Bring the foot to the forehead. Then reach, and this is a really important movement, reach your calf muscle. So grab your calf muscle and put it behind your shoulder, almost like you're talking on the phone. Hello? Anybody home? Maybe not. So then move your head out of the way, reach back with the left hand, and now you're at this precarious place where not really sure how to take it any deeper. Maybe the weight of your foot feels like, it's crushing on the neck. Push the knee out to the side. Use that space to wiggle forward, so let there be a gap between your knee and your shoulder, and then pull it down and close the gap by pulling with your left side. So you pull. Then see if you can press your shoulders back, keeping the knee hugging into the chest, sitting bones squeeze towards each other. 5 breaths. 1, 2. Eventually, when this gets real easy for you, you can just stay here for 1 breath. But for now, 5 is real good to open the hip. And 5. Exhale, fold forward. When you fold forward, maybe you want to use your elbows as a little prop to make sure that your head doesn't go forward. If your head goes forward, your foot flies off. If you can hold the leg with the strength of your neck and your back, you reach down and interlock the hands. Stay for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly walk yourself up. Take a moment, get that leg better in position. Bend your knee. We're going to talk about the lift up. Take your hands to the ground. You want to use the strength of the body to look up. And now prepare yourself for the lift up. So lift your leg and see if you can balance here for a moment. Then bend your knee, and you're going to do that same motion of straightening the leg by pulling in while you engage your abs and send the hips up and forward. So first, inhale, lift it off the ground, and then send the hips up and forward. Slowly up. Gently release, and head down. Slide the head around, legs to the side. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. All right, from here, let's see if we can jump all the way around onto the left side. You don't need to do any handstand or anything like that. It's just forward and into the strength of your shoulders. Press up from the shoulders. Keep your gaze right here. As you jump, as the feet move through, follow your toes with your gaze, and it'll help you get through the whole movement. Here we are, strong shoulders. Inhale, jump forward. Follow your gaze. Exhale down. And now you're prepared for the left leg. So keep the belly nice and sucked in. And slowly move your knee out to the side. Moving the knee out to the side replicates that same pigeon, diamond poses. You're going to cradle the knee a little bit just to convince the hip it's okay. All is good. Let's relax, nice and easy. And then hold underneath, give a little shake. Shake out the tension in your hip joint. And then belly stays sucked inside, and bring your forehead to your foot. Hold it there. Only if your forehead got to your foot, take your left hand, hold the calf muscle, layer the calf muscle behind your shoulder. Hold it there, talk on the phone. How's it going? All is well. Reach your head around. So you just reach the head around. Use the head, use your right hand to the left foot, and pull the knee out. So you push the hip to the side, make space. After you make this space, pull over. So the head is down, the head's not doing the holding then. Lock the head in place, and your leg will be held with the strength of your neck and your shoulders. You can always give a little more pull, and a pull across, and get it nice in place. Hands in prayer, hold it there. 1, sitting bones squeeze towards each other. 2, 3, 4, look down. If you need that little help, you can use your elbows. 5, crawl yourself back up. And then slowly, in primary series, it's like jumping into Bhujapadasana. So look forward. You can come from the mini dog if you want. Inhale, jump around. Exhale, settle the hips down. Okay, we'll rest for a moment. We did the vinyasa for both legs behind the head. But remember, take a moment and evaluate. Did you succeed at getting one leg behind the head? Because if one leg behind the head was difficult, it'll be really hard to place both legs behind the head. So pause, take a moment, and just evaluate. How's this going for me? Is it all right? If it wasn't going so well, repeat one leg behind the head and let yourself work on that lesson exclusively until you move on to placing both legs behind the head. Now we're going to go over the technique for Dvipada Shirshasana. In order to move on to both legs behind the head, you need to have a successful Ekapada, one leg behind the head. So make sure, again, you learn that lesson. When you've learned that lesson, we're ready to move on. Starting off with the left leg, it's like you start off in this position. I usually come down, even though that's a traditional vinyasa. I actually really like to start placing both legs behind the head, kind of from Baddha Konasana, because this kind of gets my pelvis into the idea that it's going to be in a deep external rotation with both legs. So you want to use this as a stable base. So then you begin to round the back a little under, kind of like Baddha Konasana B. As you round the back under, you want to keep the low belly really drawing inside. Bend your right knee in, and bring the right foot in a little bit like the compass pose, and then start off with the left leg. You don't want to go down, but you have to go back into the spinal flexion. So let yourself lean a little back while sucking in the belly. Point your left toes, and then you're going to keep the knee to the side. Inhale and exhale, push the calf muscle over, roll through the same pattern as you did in Ekapada Shirshasana. So a good test of whether you're ready for both legs behind the head is, if you can, hold your left leg behind the head without your hands. If you can't do it without your hands, you're not ready to put the second leg behind the head. When you let go, this slides out or your head pops down. Still keep working on Ekapada Shirshasana. Now, here we are. One leg is behind the head. Now we got to get the other. Use your left hand for balance. Don't take the left hand to the right foot. Lean back. Left hand is balanced. Now hold on to your calf muscle. It's important that you move the calf muscle out to the side. So put your calf muscle behind. Now, watch my feet. I'm hooking the feet. So the feet begin to do the work. Like Bhuja Pidasana in the primary series, squeeze the feet. The feet move around. You got to push the shoulder forward, get the calf muscle, spiral it around. And once your feet lock themselves, that is when you can remove your head. Now, after the feet lock themselves, push your head back in between the feet and then slowly open the feet, looking up to the ceiling, wiggling around. Only open the feet after you feel them really firmly crossed. Hands in prayer. 1, belly sucks in. 2, you want to keep the balance by rounding under, so the belly's sucking in. You're not balancing on your tailbone, but on the space between your tailbone and your sitting bones.